Hey everyone, Nick Engvall here. Before we get into today's episode, I want to tell you about some of the people that make the sneaker history community and this podcast possible. It's more important than ever to think about who you give your money to when you're buying clothing to go with your kicks. Our friends at Guilty Goods started their brand with a goal of giving back, especially to the communities that make sneaker culture possible. With every purchase from Guilty Goods, at least 10% of the proceeds are donated to organizations like Big Brothers and Big Sisters, the Susan G. Komen Foundation, the Movement for Black Lives, and many more. You can save 30% on your order by using the code HISTORY at guiltygoods.us. Again, that's history at guiltygoods.us for 30% off, and you can feel good about your purchase knowing you're supporting a meaningful cause. Sneakers are all about presentation, and if you're like me, displaying your kicks at home or in the office is just as important as when they're on your feet. Sneaker Throne makes sneaker display cases featuring customizable LED lights, drop-side cases to showcase the entire side of the shoe, not just the heel or the toe, the whole shoe. They've also got display cases for trading card collectors and hat collectors. To me, it's the perfect way to display your collection. You can save at least 10% on your Sneaker Throne order by using the code HISTORY at sneakerthrone.com. That's history at sneakerthrone.com. If you're a Patreon supporter or a member of our Discord community, you already know about Kicks with V hot sauce and his small batch, locally sourced hot sauce. V has been one of the biggest supporters of sneaker history and the podcast since the early days. He's currently the defending champion in our community trivia nights competition. Kicks with V hot sauce has been a huge hit with the community. You can save 10% on your order by using the code SneakerHistory10 at kickswithvhots.com. That's SneakerHistory10 at kickswithvhots.com. Now, you're probably here because you like sneakers, and if you join the Discord, you know our community is about so much more than that. Whether it's the marathon-like community calls, trivia night debates, the in-person meetups, or just sharing our favorite experiences, we found that although we have such different backgrounds, we all have some unexpected shared passions. Not only does the entire community look out for each other when it comes to releases, we're like a support group for life in general. You can join the Discord community for free by heading to the show notes of this episode. After you're done listening to this episode, tell someone you like their kicks today. You never know how far a simple compliment can take you, and we all know how good it feels to have someone show their appreciation. Now let's get into today's episode.
Jordan trying to shake off Starks. Oh, what a LeBron James with no regard for human life. 12 seconds. Bryant for the win. Iverson against Gill. The crowd on its feet. Allen for the win.
Welcome to the Sneaker History Podcast.
Howdy, everybody. Welcome to a quick little My Starting Five by Sneaker History. I'm here with my two guys, Mike and Rohit. Gentlemen, feeling feisty, ready to battle?
It's been a long time. I feel like we were like a lockout, and now we're back with our starting five here.
And I was going to say our owner of this podcast, one Nicholas Engvall, he just wouldn't cave to our demands in the CBA negotiation. So this is our version of a rogue starting five. In your face, Engvall. In your face.
It is. And actually, this episode had like a two-pronged reason why I kind of thought of today's episode. So we're going to do MJ versus LeBron playoff shoes. LeBron having just broken the all-time scoring record previously held by Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and that single feat alone has reopened countless MJ debates between him and one Air Jordan. So I figured it'd be a good reason to kind of throw those two together. And also, a playoff shoe's coming out. The playoff 13 worn by MJ in 1997. Famously switched out for the last shots, but these are like the last playoff shoe Michael Jordan ever wore. Yellow circle on the tongue, very fun retro, dropping February 18th. So we thought it'd be fun just to have a little conversation about it. We don't even have an order yet. Who wants to go first? Timo? Is Timo going to decide right there?
Timo Perner, as named after the German striker. We would like to go second, if that's okay.
Ooh.
Mike, you can have first pick then. I'll go third.
All right. Now the pressure's all on. Oh, gosh. Okay.
Any shoe on earth worn, and that's the only rule, is it has to be worn by not even this like a particular game, just in the playoffs by LeBron or
Michael.
MJ.
All right. And all right, cool. Let's go. You ready? We're gonna go in.
We are ready. Whenever you're ready to go, sir.
All right. So I'll kind of make that generic first pick. I mean, everyone probably saw it coming, but I'm gonna go with the playoff Jordan 11 as my first pick. Take it off the board before any of you jokers take it from me.
That's a great pick. Definitely a favorite in the draft, if you will. Rohit, how about you?
No, I mean, he kind of took Victor Wembanyama, but luckily for us, there's more than one Scoot Henderson in our draft, and I think I'll go off the beaten path a little. Give me the Jordan 4 bread, because if I remember correctly, this was a shot that he hit over Craig Elo, and this was the footwear that was a part of that pivotal moment. So go ahead and give me the Jordan 4 bread.
That is 100%. That is 100% correct. And token answer, I got to go with the 13, man. The fact that they're called, he was called the Black Cat, and these have like had cat-like features to them. There's cats in Hogwarts Legacy. This I had to go with these. Again, dropping very soon, but just my favorite outsole too. Like the Jordan 13 outsole is undefeated in my book, so I'm going with the playoff 13, and I can make that kind of move because I have the snake draft format to help me out here. So for my second pick, I'm actually going to go with I'm going to take a LeBron off the board. The LeBron 10 Elite. The beautiful red, gold, black. I'll keep the low tops available for somebody else. I'm going with the 10 Elite High, but just one of the more beautiful. I feel like if I was House Lannister, I'd be rocking the hell out of that shoe. But yeah, LeBron 10 Elite.
And much like a Lannister, Robbie
First
always pays his debts. I will say this. I'm still shocked with what I thought would be the consensus number one on the board, and I'll go ahead and take it. So sorry, Mike, if this was in your draft queue, but go ahead and give me the Jordan number 1 high OG Chicago. This was the shoe that, in a way, let people make that first comparison to God for Michael Jordan, because this is the shoe he wore when he dropped that illustrious 63 on the Boston Celtics.
Jesus in gym shorts, right? Something like that, Larry?
I believe Larry Bird referred to him as God that day, which is saying something, because he's a salt-of-the-earth Midwesterner, and we don't like to throw that comparison around too lightly.
Michael, what do you got?
Whew. All right. I guess I'm coming back. One of my favorite shoes may not be the favorite of the group, but it is one of the most beautiful LeBrons I think have released. The LeBron 9 Elite or postseason in the white and gold color.
Love it.
And I guess I have another pick coming back around with that snake. I'll come back to MJ with the Fire Red 3, which he wore in the 88 playoff, if I'm not mistaken.
Fire Red 3, you said?
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing this mad analog, listeners. I'm writing down everybody's picks on a piece of paper because,
I'm right there with you. Don't worry. I like paper.
Mine are up there, but I should be writing it down like a responsible host. I guess with my third overall pick, I too will dip my toes in the LeBron waters, and I will go with where is it? This is something that's off the beaten path as I continue to stall, but go ahead and give me the very first Zoom Soldier in that white and navy colorway. I think this was also the shoe that he did the 38 special where he dropped, some absurd number against Pistons, and we were all
25 straight.
25 straight, 38 total, and I think that's why they kept calling it the 38 special. And much like we talked about Jordan and the Celtics with the Bread 1, I think this has a similar lineage and a similar pedigree. So I will go with the Zoom Soldier 1 in the white and navy colorway.
Nice.
I believe the 2018 Retro's nickname was 28 straight. Pardon me, 25 straight. I said 28 incorrectly. 25 straight.
It just rhymed. That's what made it stick.
25 straight. We're going to keep it... again, the power of the snake allows you to do some tempting things. I'm going to go with the LeBron 3 when he played against them damn Washington Wizards, the Gilbert Arenas battles. He wore the white and navy LeBron 3 and some Goliath. I guess he was Goliath and the Wizards were David when I think about it.
That would make sense, actually.
But I guess for the same reason why Rohit likes that white and navy Soldier 1, those old Cleveland jerseys with the navy and the red stripes on the side with a white and navy pair of LeBrons were just amazing.
Clean. All right. I guess I'm coming back around with that snake. I'll come back to MJ with the Fire Red 3, which he wore in the 88 playoff, if I'm not mistaken.
My
Okay, and that was 06-07 playoffs too. Good times. And for my second, I'm surprised this one's on the board. It would have been in my top 3 picks, but it slid to 4 for me. Playoff 12. I got that shoe for the first time last year. The kid that picked on me in 8th grade had a pair in 2004. So I always thought like the cool kid, like cool kids wore that shoe. So like I'm finally a cool kid now. But 96 was a good vintage for one Michael Jeffrey Jordan. So got to go with playoff 12s. Okay, Rohit.
I think with my penultimate pick, I will go with the shoe that was the inspiration for the 4 wins pack. But obviously, we're not.
No, you have another pick after this, just so you know. You're only at 3. This is your 4th.
Right, but I thought this was my 4th pick because I had the Jordan 4s, Jordan 1s, and the LeBron 1s. So with my 4th pick, I'll go ahead and go with the LeBron Soldier 10. I just think it's probably his most culturally significant shoe because this is a shoe that he brought home the title to Cleveland. And to borrow a tagline from somewhere else, anything is possible when you bring a championship to Cleveland, and LeBron James was the true embodiment of that.
Anything is possible. Just kidding.
That's the first thing I went to.
He beat Kevin Garnett, so never mind.
All right. I got to readjust a little bit here because you guys literally took my next 2 picks. So I'm going to have to go number 4. We will go back to Jordan, and I will have to go ahead and flu games. We'll take the flu game 12s as my number 4 pick. And then number 5, I'm going with a kind of off the beaten path. It is going to be the LeBron 15 and his Air Zoom Generation PE.
Not mad at that.
All right, I'm done. We're doing a 6-man or?
I think we'll go ahead and try to make one last pick before we go full J.R. Smith and bring somebody off the bench.
Ha!
Were the LeBron 11s taken by any chance?
No, they were the unchampionship. No, those are also championship shoes. No, sir, they are all yours. They're on the field.
Actually, you know what? I take that back. Give me the LeBron 9s postseason.
What color? I took gold. I took white and gold. I'm guessing you're taking black.
Yeah, I'll go full Tommy Power Ranger. Go ahead and give me the white and gold because I know this is a subsequent episode where I've made that
Excuse me, sir. I've already taken that.
Damn it!
Please,
Fine. You know what?
Pick up my players.
I leave you and the Tiger Zord alone. Go ahead and give me what I had initially asked for, which was the Nike LeBron 11.
Noise.
Alrighty. I think that was my last pick.
I'm gonna go with the LeBron 9. Yeah, I'll take the LeBron 9 then. I'm gonna go with the LeBron 9, the normal one where it had like the yellow bottom and like kind of the red gradient spray paint top with like the white trim on it, the yellow swoosh. That'll be my final one. So it's a normal LeBron 9. It's not a PS, but they've released a PS pack. Which, Rohit, I'm surprised you didn't go for the Iron Man looking red ones. That could be a final pick for LeBron 9 PS.
You know what? Let's just go ahead and jot that down. I'm going to full rank. That'll be my shoe. Thank you for doing the work for me, Robbie. So you've taken the words right out of my mouth.
Final answer. Yeah?
Final.
Okay, I'm just messing.
This is an awkward draft for you, bro. You made a couple people sit down. They're like, "Ooh, you know what? Give me the hat back. I need the hat back."
Listen, I've got the chaos agent that is my daughter just roaming around, and unfortunately, today's dinner of edamame and a fig blueberry bar just could not put her to sleep at her 7:00 bedtime. So you know what? Like all the great improvisers in life, we just kind of roll with the punches, and hopefully she's not causing too much of a ruckus.
I salute you.
All right,
Been
Mike,
there, done that. I salute you.
do you have a 6-man?
I do. My 6th man is going to be the LeBron 7 playoff in the black-white color, or white-black, depending on how you want to say that.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
LeBron 7
She doesn't get enough
PS.
love, I feel like.
Rohit.
Roheezy.
Delicate.
Yes, I thought my picks were... Sorry, I'm a little bit all over the place, but I went with the Bread 4s, the Chicago 1s, the LeBron Zoom Soldier 1s, the Zoom Soldier 10s, and then the LeBron 11s with my Iron Man 6 person off the bench.
Fire.
Good deal.
That is both the recap and your answer. I love it.
He gave you everything at once.
Dad brain
no.
on full
Like I
effect,
said,
but it's
I'm
okay.
in two places right now, so apologies to the listeners. Your boy's not as coherent. Not that I'm always coherent, but anyway.
You are good. So, I mean, for my last one, surprised no one picked it. It's kind of one of the more underground Air Jordan, the playoff 8s, the one he wore in the finals.
Dude, I'm dumb. I just forgot about him, honestly.
Those are good, man. I like those ones. So those are my 6th man. My first pick was the playoff 13. Again, February 18th, go buy a pair. The retro is very nice. The 10 Elite. It's like, it's also kind of Iron Man-y, right? But this is more like tattooed Iron Man. The LeBron 3 White Navy, the playoff Air Jordan 12, the normal quote unquote LeBron 9 that he wore in the finals pack, kind of what it was released with. My last one was the playoff Jordan 8. So people, what are some of your favorite? This is a really great conversation when you think about it. LeBron, I think, has more of like diversity in his shoes as he wore to so many. That's also the times. There's so many different colorways and models and postseasons and regulars and soldiers. Jordan kind of gave you maybe 2 options a year. So it's interesting to see, but beautiful nonetheless. Some untaken shoes from the Jordan line. Nobody went black infrareds. That's interesting to me, but it's okay. Raptor 7s was another notable one to me. And Last Shot 14s. But anywho, we appreciate you guys tapping in. Make sure you go listen to full-length episodes and acquire sneaker history content wherever you do so choose. But thank you, and have a good day. Thanks for tuning in. Peace.
See ya.
Hey everyone, this is Nick again. Before you take off, do us a solid and head over to Apple Podcasts to leave us a review. Give us a rating on Spotify and Amazon Music, and make sure you're subscribed to our YouTube channel because we have even more video content coming soon. Speaking of new content, we have an amazing community of sneaker enthusiasts that hang out in our Sneaker History Discord on a daily basis. While sneakers is a connection point that brought us all together, we've all discovered countless shared passions that we have in common with each other. We recently launched a couple of new podcasts directly from our community. One of them is a Formula One podcast. If you're an F1 fan like me, the Exhaust Notes podcast is your weekly fix of Formula One fun. It's hosted by myself, Rohit Malhotra, and Todd Yates. New episodes drop every Tuesday. I've been wearing fitted hats for years and collecting my favorite teams since I was a little leaguer. It has been awesome to see so many new fans getting into fitteds in recent years. Crown and Stitch is our new talk show about fitted hats with Dexter, Keith, and myself, where we talk about fitted hats, snapbacks, throw in some obscure hats because we all kind of like some funky stuff once in a while, don't we? Copping, collecting, and so much more. New episodes drop every Wednesday. Hit the links in the show notes for this episode to give our new shows a listen, and be on the lookout for more new podcasts dropping soon. Last but not least, tell someone you like their kicks today. You never know how far a simple compliment can take you, and we all know how good it feels to have someone show their appreciation. Thank you all for the support, and we'll catch you on the next episode. Peace.